Hello everyone, and welcome to this video walkthrough of how tenants can access the Chula Vista eWrap portal. Tenants should begin by visiting chulavistaewrap.com to go to the portal landing page. On this page, there's information about the eligibility criteria, documentation that will need to be uploaded, and the forms of assistance available. At the top of the page, before beginning the application, applicants can choose which language they would prefer to complete the application in by selecting Select Language and choosing English, Spanish, or Tagalog. Once the preferred language has been selected, applicants can select Apply Now, where they will be prompted to create an account. If it is a tenant who is applying, they should select Create a Tenant Account, and they can begin their registration process. In order to apply, applicants will need an email address. If an applicant does not already have an email address, they can simply click one of the icons on the left side of the screen to be taken to a free email service provider, for example, Gmail. In order to create a Gmail account, applicants will simply select Create Account, enter their first name, last name, create an email address, and enter a password. At this point, they'll be able to use this email to register their account for emergency rental assistance. Phone number can also be provided. And applicants can select whether or not they would like to receive text message updates about their application throughout the process. Applicants will need to create a password, which is at least 8 digits long, includes one uppercase, one lowercase, and one non-alphanumeric character. After registering, applicants will receive an email confirmation link, which they will click on to confirm their account. Once this link has been clicked on, applicants can return to the portal and log in using the information that they supplied to register. Once registered, applicants will begin by entering a zip code. This program is only for applicants within the city of Chula Vista, so if non-city of Chula Vista zip codes are entered, they will be prompted to visit ewrapsandiego.org in order to determine their jurisdiction of eligibility. Once on the first page, applicants will need to enter identifying information, including their first name, their last name, their phone number, their date of birth, their email address, and their preferred language. Available languages are English, Spanish, and Tagalog. Applicants will need to enter demographic information, including their gender, their ethnicity, and their race. On the second page of the application, applicants will begin entering eligibility information. This program is only for residential renters in the city of Chula Vista. They must enter the address for which they're applying for benefits. The city, the state, the zip code. Applicants must let us know whether or not they are currently receiving financial help to pay for their rent that is based on the household's monthly income, such as Section 8, rapid rehousing, or other forms of rental assistance that determine monthly rental obligation based on monthly income. For applicants who are receiving assistance such as Section 8, they will not be eligible for assistance under this program. However, applicants living in affordable housing are eligible. Next, applicants should enter some form of contact information for their landlord. At this point, applicants can enter as much or as little information as they have available, but at a minimum, they will need to enter either a phone number or an email address for the landlord. While the minimum amount of required information is either a phone number or an email address, the more information that tenants can provide about their landlord will result in expedited processing of applications. Ideally, tenants would be able to provide a full name, the name of the landlord's company, a phone number, an email address, and the address of where the landlord does business. On the third page of the application, applicants will enter information about their household that they are currently renting, including household size and income. Applicants may enter either current gross monthly household income or 2020 gross annual household income. Applicants should select one of the two and then enter the income for the type that they selected. For 2020 gross annual income, applicants should enter the amount of income received by all members of the household for the calendar year 2020. Next, applicants should enter their current monthly rent that is due each month. Next, applicants will have the option to select whether or not they owe past due rent to their landlord. If they do, they must certify that any local, state, or federal housing or utility assistance that they have previously received was already applied to their account and is not reflected as a past due amount in this application. If an applicant was behind for January, February, and March of 2021, they would select those months, and then they would enter the total amount of past due rent that they currently owe to their landlord. Applicants should then select whether or not they have any past due utility bills. If they do, they should select what type of utility it is, how much they owe, and what number of months they are behind on. If applicants wish to be considered for assistance for future rent, they should select yes to be considered. If one or more persons in the household is unemployed, they should select yes. Next, they will be prompted to answer if themselves or that person who are unemployed has been unemployed for 90 days or more at the time of application. Next, applicants should tell us whether or not they or someone in their household has experienced a reduction in household income or incurred significant costs or experienced any other financial hardship due directly or indirectly to the COVID-19 pandemic. If so, they should select one of the following which best describes their current hardship situation. This can be loss of income due to a reduction of paid work hours, loss of income due to sickness, loss of income due to compliance with a recommendation from a government health authority, loss of income or increased childcare costs due to daycare or schools being closed, or loss of income due to other factors resulting from the COVID-19 emergency, or increase in medical expenses incurred as a direct result of COVID-19. Applicants will then certify that themselves or someone in their household has experienced the financial hardship that they described above, either in the form of a loss of income or increased expenses due directly or indirectly to the COVID-19 pandemic. Applicants should then let us know if themselves or their household are currently at risk of experiencing housing instability or homelessness due to COVID-19. This can be in the form of past due utility bills, past due rent, unsafe or unhealthy living conditions, or other situations. Applicants must complete all self-certifications as they move through the application process. If there are more than one members of the household, applicants must enter some identifying information for each member of the household. Including first name, last name, and date of birth. Once information for all members of the household has been entered, applicants may then move on to the next page. The fifth page of the tenant portal is the point at which applicants must upload documents that support the information they have entered in the application process. The first document required are identification documents. These can be in the form of a government-issued photo ID, if available, such as a driver's license or a passport. If a government-issued photo ID is not available, then applicants may upload another form of photo ID, such as a student ID. If photo ID is not available, applicants may upload a current utility bill, which shows their name and the residence for which they are applying for benefits. In order to verify address and tenancy, applicants should upload a lease or rental agreement if they have it. However, if this is not available, applicants may also upload a letter from their landlord or a current utility bill. Applicants must then upload a document verifying their household income. Again, this household income can either be current monthly gross household income or 2020 annual gross household income. If 2020 gross annual household income, this can be tax returns or W-2s. This can also include benefit letters or pay stubs that are dated after February 1st, 2021 and show 1 full month's income. Applicants must then upload a document that demonstrates that their household is at risk of experiencing homelessness or housing instability. This can be a past due utility or rental bill, an eviction notice if it has been received, or other forms including documentation of unsafe or unhealthy living conditions. If applicants are requesting support for utilities from between the months of April of 2020 to March 2021, applicants must upload both a current bill, which shows current total outstanding balance, and a copy of the May 2020 bill. If one or more members of the household are currently unemployed and they have been unemployed for 90 days or more, applicants must upload documents verifying that they are eligible or are receiving unemployment benefits. Applicants must then upload documents verifying the total amount of past due rent that is owed to their landlord from April of 2020 through March of 2021. This can be a copy of a rent ledger from the landlord, a letter from the landlord, or past due rental notices from the landlord. In order to upload a document, applicants only need to click Upload Documents, select some document from their computer as they are describing in the drop-down menu, and select the document. For each of these document upload pieces, more than one document may be uploaded. Once all documents have been submitted, applicants may move on and submit application. At the time of submitting application, applicants must certify a number of clauses. First, applicants must certify that the household has not and will not receive additional rental assistance from another program or source before or after assistance through this program is provided. They must also agree that if they receive a duplicative rental assistance benefit, they will repay the City of Chula Vista COVID-19 Emergency Rental Assistance Program the assistance that they received from this program. They must certify that they understand that the landlord is responsible to comply with state law as well as federal and local fair housing laws and regulation. They must certify that they understand that if the landlord declines past due rental assistance, that this application will serve as an application for 25% of the total eligible past due rental assistance. Applicants must then certify that under the penalty of perjury, that everything that they have entered in the application is true and correct. Finally, applicants must certify that they understand that all applications are conditional upon final review. At this point, the applicant should enter their name as a virtual signature, and they should select Submit. At this time, the applicant will receive an email notifying them that their application has been submitted. On this page, they can see the identifying information for their application, including their application number. This page should be saved for their records. Importantly, applicants may submit their application without uploading all necessary documentation. However, applications will be processed on a first-come, first-served basis, and applications will not be considered complete until all required documents are completed and submitted. Every time applicants make changes to their application, they must recertify all of the steps that were certified on step 5. This concludes the summary of the Chula Vista Emergency Rental Assistance Tenant Application Portal. Thank you.